ladies and gentlemen. That was Killswitch Engage with My Curse.
Fucking classic.
Requested by Alec, man.
Nah, actually, no. That was
my fault. My guy Kenneth, you got the close.
I had some Chiodos. Yeah, Chiodos coming in the end.
Yeah.
My Curse, yeah.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to the Checkbox episode 13. We are here with a special guest today. She goes by the name of NessaCXBeauty on YouTube. She's a makeup enthusiast. Give it up for Vanessa Calle.
What's good?
What is going on, Ness?
Very happy to have you.
Just finished watching my first Game of Thrones episode.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is season 8, episode 3.
Which happened to be the Battle of Winterfell.
No context, but we'll talk about that later.
It's pretty difficult, man. I mean, today's episode, not so much like last week's episode. Last week's episode was a lot of, she wouldn't have got any of that.
Yeah,
that was all kind of like.
That was all dialogue.
That was all dialogue, a lot of story.
Setup, a lot of setup.
Yeah, a lot of setup. But today was straight action. Barely any dialogue. That was
Which is
insane.
good. That's a good thing. That's a great thing.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right,
2 episodes straight of dialogue, and then
I feel you. And then
get
straight to the action.
Yeah.
Let's not get too into it, gentlemen, because we will get into that. A little bit about Nessa here, though. She has been showing support to the Checkbox since day one, so we definitely have to give it up for you for that. We really appreciate it from the bottom of my hearts. You've been a good friend of Alex since about middle school, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. IS-125. That's crazy.
I knew of Alec.
That's
Okay.
right.
I
That's
wasn't
right.
really
We
his
were
friend in middle school.
Yeah,
I kind of.
He's setting the record straight.
No, we really didn't like talk too much. We really didn't talk too much during anything. But
I was
like
clicking.
after the fact, we linked up after the fact, and it was pretty dope. How are you feeling right now, though? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling cold, but
Can we get the heat going?
yeah,
Fuck.
it's freezing.
Alright.
But I'm feeling good. I reconnected with an old friend, and now I have some new friends. So it's pretty
for
awesome.
sure.
It's gonna be
For
pretty
sure.
dope to actually have these two channels. Actually,
Absolutely. It's actually a pleasure having you on this show. Like I've mentioned, she's been supporting since day one. And
Can I say something about that?
of course, go ahead.
So I saw that they had like no comments on YouTube, and I was like, should I do it? And then I was the first comment, so I was happy about it.
You got shouted out too, though. You got shouted out.
I did, and then I was like, wait, I'm cringing right now.
Yeah.
I literally,
How'd
I
that
think,
feel?
wrote it to Alec. I was like, wait, I just heard you guys say my name.
Yeah, she did.
That was weird.
She did.
How did it
It was
feel?
cool.
It was cool, but weird, because I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They actually like had a conversation about me, which is
Yeah. No, it was nice. It was nice. It was
felt
like the
good.
first, viewer,
Feedback.
kind of like,
It felt good to get
relationships that we
genuine
actually had.
feedback too, because we get a bunch of like spam text messages on Instagram, DMs on Instagram, and it's like I get it. It's support, but
Yeah.
it's not genuine.
Especially if it's
Five
like,
seconds after the post.
Right? Like click here to collaborate. Like,
amazing video.
add emojis.
And it's like, no, fuck out of here. No, but it's pretty dope when you have a real person like behind that, and we've been having growing followership now, which is pretty dope, and just to have someone here from day one, it's
Facts.
awesome. It means a lot.
Yeah.
We're growing, and
Absolutely.
and hopefully we get better.
Talking about growing, we definitely hit 300 followers on Instagram today.
Dope.
Word. Congratulations to us. Thank you
Mini
for that.
mini victories.
Absolutely. Talking about growing here, as Alec mentioned and as I mentioned, Nessa here has a YouTube channel by the name of NessaCXBeauty as a makeup enthusiast, and we're actually going to collaborate with her on a giveaway to all of our fan base, our supporters, excuse me. Nessa, you want to just go into a little bit of depth of what you're going to talk about? Oh, actually, no. Stay tuned for that. We're going to do that on another note. I'm bugging. Word. So giveaway, stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned to the very end.
To the
We're gonna
end.
give some more
Word.
details on the giveaway.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. All right, so now for the part we've all pretty much been waiting for. Let's talk about Game of Thrones. Now, the only Game of Thrones episode we spoke about on the Checkbox was the premiere, and we didn't even get to really talk about that. So we're going to speak about episode 1 and 2, and then definitely 3 for you guys. All right, let's start off with Ken. Ken, what's up, bro?
Let's just start with episode 1 and 2.
Yeah, brief.
Okay, so the premiere I thought was okay, wasn't bad. It was real connecting. Everybody's getting together and everything. And then episode 2 was like, okay, more dialogue. All right, I get it. You're setting up for something big. And then episode 3 is like, there's too much to handle.
Absolute
Way too
shit
much.
show.
Yeah.
Absolute
In a
shit
good
show.
way. In a good
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, we did another like, it wasn't as extravagant as the premiere, if you guys saw the pictures of that, but it was still an awesome viewing party. Close friends, family, dude. It was a shit show, absolute shit show.
We just saw it, by the way. Like, literally just saw it. Like straight
half
from
an hour
recording.
ago.
It's 11:30 p.m. right now on Sunday, April 28th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
shit!
So-
Son's birthday.
That's it.
There's two. Nothing.
You got it, man. Don't worry about it. You still got it.
But
yeah, so
yeah.
no, it was an amazing episode, action packed. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And spoiler alert, for the next I want to say
probably let's see,
10 minutes, 15 minutes.
We got a lot of time to be honest.
All right,
we got about
fuck it,
20 minutes. We got about 20 minutes right now.
Fuck it. So
Hold on. Perp, really quick, man. 1, 2, and 3, really quick,
Let's
and
do it.
then we're gonna dive into it.
Nah, I mean, I'm still I don't even know what to think right now. I'm still trying to figure a lot of things out.
is it doing it justice so far? These first 3 episodes to know
It's
that
like-
it's the last season. Is this
Listen,
doing it justice?
halfway through, guys.
Here's where I'm at right now. Right now, I'm just listen, all right, especially after the first 2 episodes, I got a lot of what I wanted, but now that I got what I wanted, it was fuck.
Did you really want
Did I
it?
want what I
Did you
wanted?
really want
Shit.
it?
It's because
Yeah.
I'm now what? I don't know, man. A lot of things that I thought were just no.
Maybe
no,
maybe
nigga.
they just,
I was
maybe they just
wrong.
didn't happen at the right time. Kind
Yeah,
of
I
thing,
guess.
the order.
I was just wrong a lot about a thing. I mean, maybe I'm not wrong yet. I don't know if I'm wrong yet, but just a lot
I
of
hope
things.
you are, to be honest.
Bro, I don't know. But there was a lot of things that I'm just all right, I'm lost now. A lot of things I thought made sense don't make sense now, and I'm just all
now
right.
things definitely don't make sense.
Yeah.
At all, man.
I feel like they might come back around and have it make sense.
We're gonna have to see.
This is the beauty of storytelling. I mean, George R. R. Martin has not failed yet. He has
Well,
done
this
some-
this isn't him writing.
This isn't him.
At this point, it is.
This is inspired
and
by him.
believe me, you can
This is
tell the
inspired by
difference.
him.
Yes.
You can
No,
tell
it
the
is.
difference. But,
But the inspiration is from him, so
Yeah,
hopefully,
no, I get it,
hopefully
I
the
get it.
stories they
Yeah.
do it justice, drawing from his inspiration.
Seriously. But hold on, before we move on, quick shout out to none other than Gun Hill Brewery. You guys know what's up, man. We got some
have to crack this
getaway beer here, craft beer, as you guys know. Shout out to Gun Hill Brewery. Once again, is located on Gun Hill Road and Boston Road. If I'm not mistaken, Laconia Road and Boston Road. Check them out, man. We got a solid IPA here. Shout out to Taps and Caps as well for providing us with the beer from Gun Hill. Back to this Game of Thrones talk. Now, Nessa, you said you've never seen a Game of Thrones episode. Your first episode is episode 3 of season 8, The Battle at Winterfell.
Yes.
What's going through your head with no context? And you've been seeing our reactions for the past about hour, maybe hour and some change. What are you thinking, right? What's going through your head?
Well, first I felt FOMO because all of y'all went straight to Twitter for all the memes, and I was like, okay, there's a little community thing going on. But in terms of
Little community. You're
That's
part of
huge,
the,
okay, they were all screaming.
okay, you're part of the 1
They were all
percenters.
screaming.
The 1% has a new definition. The people that don't watch Game of Thrones, seriously.
The non-Game of
and
Thrones.
brag about not seeing it. Not saying you do,
Oh. But what I felt was, even though without context, I was talking about this right after the show, that basically the soundtrack led me to see how I would feel, because there was suspense, then there was the climax, then there was sadness into more suspense. So it kind of told me how to feel, even though there was no dialogue.
So you let the music lead you.
Basically.
Okay.
that music, that
I
scene.
feel like that's what Game of Thrones does.
That's
though.
I told him.
That's really what
At what point was it where I told him I was like, yo, the music's telling me it's over.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, the dragon, right?
The dragon, yeah.
Yeah.
Joro. I think it was Joro.
Was it?
No, it was
Jorah.
one.
No.
it's
I
when
think it was Jon Snow and the Night King going at it with the dragons.
The music was just so sad.
Yeah, and I don't know what.
Over, he's like, the music is telling me it's over. I'm like,
Yeah, because it got real. The music got dark as fuck, and I was like, "Damn, son."
No, but that's the
That's
point
the
of
beauty,
score,
man.
That is
Oh
the
my
point of
God.
score.
Fucking
Musical
love it.
score.
That was some. That was some Battle of the Bastards shit right there.
Oh,
honestly.
yeah. All right.
When you thought it was over.
No, but
and then-
I have a point to make real quick, because I believe this is the same guy that
Yeah, same
actually
thing, yeah.
directed
Mhm. Same one.
Battle of the Bastards,
is it?
and it had a very similar kind of
directed
Towards
all the
the
battle
end, it
scenes.
did.
No, but it had a
Towards the
very
end, it
similar
did.
kind of roller coaster pattern
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a shit show, like the shit show.
Yeah,
Having,
yeah.
everyone's getting murdered.
that
and
shit
then,
with the
like,
crib,
No,
that
No,
was.
well, it's almost like every time you think you broke through, you didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was
There were
just
literally
like,
5 battle scenes.
Yo, that shit
bro.
with the crypt, I was like.
Oh my.
oh
That
my
was nice.
god.
That was nice.
Nah, but
I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Nah, you know
first.
what?
I don't-
It's funny because I like the emotions that make you feel, because When they lit that thing? After that they were struggling to light at first.
Yeah.
What was the name?
The trench?
The trench. You know, so like they're struggling to light it, and you're like, oh my god, fuck, boom. They finally get it, and you're like, oh man, like this is lit.
I was
fucking
literally-
like the setup is crazy. Now you're thinking,
I
then
just
bro.
love the logic of like sacrifice your fucking body to make a fucking body bridge. I love that.
Yeah.
I love
Crazy.
that.
No, I said the same
because,
thing. I was
you know,
appreciating
you're
it.
gonna
I'm
be
like,
yeah,
yo.
you're like, wow, okay, that's fucking smart.
See, my thing is,
I
though-
like that.
Yeah.
I like
Is though,
that.
all right. So in the preparation, you don't think John would have been like, "Well, I've seen this happen before, but fuck it, we'll see if it works."
Bro, but that's Game of
But what?
Thrones.
What are you
You know they
talking
gotta
about?
give you that.
No, wait, but I
They
think
gotta give you that
Making
AC,
a
that
lamp?
No, I'm
pause.
saying he's
I mean, make a body bridge?
No, like
he's
he
seen
looked at the
something
Night
similar
King.
before, like when he fought the Night King the first time.
No,
Oh, no.
this I remember he saw, but I mean.
Nah, but I was gonna say, I think it was more.
I think what he's saying is John wasn't rushing. He was literally standing there for like
No,
5
what I'm
minutes.
saying in the preparation, like, okay, so you know you can the fire pit, right?
Yeah.
Like, did they not think beyond the trench? Like,
Oh
The
yeah.
dragons
I don't.
essentially.
But the thing is,
No, but wait, but at one point, no,
Yeah,
because when they were struggling to light it, I forgot. I think it was Sir Davis. He was like, she can't see it.
yeah.
So
Right,
I
no,
think it was
because
more. It was a
Daenerys-
sign as well. I think it was a sign for as a like signal as well. too.
Daenerys was supposed to be the one to light it.
Yeah. To light
She
it.
got caught in the storm.
Yeah.
He was signaling to the.
Oh,
dragon.
okay, yes, to come light it. Okay, yeah,
The storm
okay.
was blocking
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, there was a lot of going on, man.
He
I
was
was
smart, like doing the storm.
yeah, makes
So-
sense.
So yeah,
Son.
so I mean, that was pretty cool. I love the use of Melisandre pulling up.
Yeah.
She did her duty. She did her purpose.
She did her
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That was fucking that first, and I called it 5 minutes before it happened. I know she came out as soon as she said "lift up your swords." I knew she was gonna light everyone's fucking sword up.
Here's my thing.
I knew it.
The Dothraki
I knew it.
went out
You saw me do like this.
Yo.
You saw me do
They went
this.
out.
I was like, yo.
Time out though.
We spent 7 seasons prepping them up, and then they went out.
To
That
fucking
was
die in like
sad.
5 seconds.
That was
my
fucking
thing is,
sad.
where did this bitch come from?
Yo.
Melisandre?
Where did she
It
come
don't matter.
from, my
It
man?
don't
From
matter.
the Shadowlands.
It
But
don't
the thing
matter.
is that I want to know why.
The
I don't even
Shadowlands.
care. What?
But why did she have to? I thought she was gonna pull up with her
The
fucking
Lord of the
army
Light
and
said
something.
so.
Alright, maybe that. Alright, so Lord,
The Lord of the Light.
I'm telling you, God is always you
No
know,
funny shit. I thought
easy
the
story
Hound.
plot. Hold, you know.
You stupid.
It's facts.
I thought the Hound was gonna revive this dude who got murdered.
That's exactly
I
what
thought
I
he was.
said. That's
And then Melisandre was like,
Nah,
his
it's
purpose
over.
has been served.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Light. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn, that's my guy, bro. Like, let Hound revive him one more time. That's it.
that would have been awesome.
Once he
And
got
now
rid of his
he
sword, I was like, it's over. He's
Yeah,
gone.
yeah, yeah.
Ghost went outside too.
Bro, nah, Ghost ain't go out. I'm not. Nah, he's gonna come out of nowhere again like they did
Yeah.
with him the
Yo, they literally
second
just
episode.
threw
When
him
did
in
when
there.
did they? When
Bro,
did they, when did he?
Go, you just saw him running, and that's
He was
it.
in the
I
front.
said-
He ran next to
okay.
Jorah.
But you ain't see nothing else happening.
No, they're gonna if
He'll pop out.
that's the one thing though. Like with Game of Thrones, like if you don't see them die, it's never certain. Even though for most for
That's
a
the
lot of
thing.
characters
You're
though,
learning
for a lot
that's
of characters,
Halloween.
I'm learning.
a lot of characters, it's just like it
That's
just makes
Halloween.
sense that they die. Like for example, like what's his name?
Dion?
Bolton.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Ramsey.
Oh, yeah.
But like everyone wanted him to
Bruce.
die.
Not
No.
Bruce Bolton.
Ramsey.
No, what's his name? No,
Ramsey
Baratheon.
Bolton?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Baratheon,
Robert.
the one that
Oh,
brings
Robert.
Stannis.
Oh, Stannis.
Really quick, because we got Nessa here. She's completely lost in the sauce.
Yeah, it's
She's just
alright.
here, like, looking at us like.
Yeah, I'm like conversation.
All right, so
Taking it in.
based off of what you're hearing, I think really quick before we get back into this last episode, we can give her some pivotal scenes that I think will drag her into Game of Thrones if she isn't intrigued enough yet. So my question is, are you gonna try to pursue this? What's up? This is a lot. It's a lot.
Is this something you're gonna pursue?
I do not know about that. Just because it's such a time commitment, and I know they said in like a prior episode that that's not an excuse, but that's a lot of time.
Okay.
But it was
No,
good.
There's a lot of time.
And then another
It is.
beautiful moment was like, I think her name was Melisandre.
Okay.
Okay.
That was the
When
one with the red hoodie.
Yes, when she came out, she was like, "I'm gonna die by the end of the day,"
By dawn.
and then so it started with her saying that, and then it ended with her dying. So I thought
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
There's a
Cool.
ton of foreshadow in Game of Thrones. That's one
She
thing.
was like, no
Yeah.
need to kill me.
Season 1 alone tells you the whole series. You don't know it. Not
What?
obviously not like the foreshadowing is what I'm saying.
got you.
Like there's actually a moment in season 1 where she's a whore. Okay, she's working for Daenerys' brother, and she's bathing him. And she mentions 4 things she's seen with her own eyes, and we end up seeing those characters throughout the series.
Oh.
Shit like that. So this is like, I love this show with everything in me. So if you do have the time, I would definitely recommend
Do
it.
it for
It's-
Josh.
Maybe
it's very
after I
carefully-
graduate.
Yeah, no, it's very careful.
What's one
careful,
scene? What's one scene you would tell her to see?
I mean, there's a lot.
Red Wedding.
But I was gonna say, but
Everybody
for
says
me,
that.
no, for me, I would say that, but it's better off.
different.
You need to know. You need to know if you know everything that goes on in the scene.
That's
Like,
my thing. Yeah.
if you don't know anything about Game of Thrones and you watch it, you're gonna be like, holy shit. If you know everything leading up to that and you
might
watch
cry.
that,
You might
you're
cry.
gonna
literally
bro.
might shed
You
a tear.
literally it's gonna be that times 86,000.
Yo,
like,
so that was actually me and John. I think that was the first one me and him both watched. We didn't watch it together. I watched it first, then I showed him.
Yep.
That
nah, I
episode.
saw. What was the one where
This was season 3. I
the
believe.
gold,
That was season
the
three,
gold,
The
the gold.
Crown. That's season 1.
But that was the first one I saw.
Crown
I think
for a
you
King.
showed me that.
A Crown for a King.
A Crown for a King.
Yeah, that you showed me that. That was the first thing I ever watched.
Yeah.
I would.
that with,
I prefer to show somebody that to
Yeah.
try to get them
I
intrigued
feel you.
And that's
Is that with
season one,
Joffrey?
too.
because that's early. No, Daenerys' brother.
and Viserys.
Oh,
Viserys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Such a cry.
That because it just shows you the ruthlessness, but also doesn't even crack the fucking surface on
It's
yeah.
true.
on the capability. Yeah.
No, it's true. It's one of the more creative death scenes that I've
Yeah.
seen.
I think I know where you're going with this.
I loved it. I don't know where am I going with this.
No, we just she's.
Yeah.
What?
No.
I really
no.
don't know what.
What?
I feel like you're about to say the Viper versus the Mountain.
Okay, we can also mention that
crazy
one.
too.
That
That's.
one
I think that's number one.
let me
Yeah.
tell-
Damn.
let me
No, but
tell
I
you
want to. I
something.
want to know what you're gonna say though.
No, I wasn't. You kind of threw me off. 'cause
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
Now I'm like,
Alright.
okay, am I supposed to say something like really fascinating right now? I don't know if I'm gonna say that. Anyway, yeah. So no, I mean, Game of Thrones definitely has a lot of creative death scenes. The Viper and the Mountain is one of the more
The best fight scenes.
shocking ones. Let me tell you
It's a
something.
wavy fight scene though.
I was not expecting that. I was rooting for Oberyn. I liked Oberyn a lot. I
Yeah.
thought he was gonna, really kick ass. He was kicking ass the whole time he was on screen.
He should have just
Everything.
ended him though. He
Pride-
waited
I don't know-
around too
I don't know
long.
what it was. I think
With
it was
these
just
niggas, you
pride.
gotta end the nigga right away. You
And-
gotta know.
Yeah, bro.
You
And
gotta
know
know.
what? And I remember that night I was alone. I watched this shit. I was watching it it was a late night rerun, so it just showed, and then I was watching it 2:00 in the morning, and he fucking exploded his fucking head, and I literally let out a fucking. I screamed. I
Yeah.
screamed out of my. I was like, no! I was literally
Yeah.
bro.
It'd
And
be
my
like
mom came into my room. He was like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
Just came out of the shower. I'm just like, "Damn, bro." I felt something
Yeah,
for that
you
because
feel it.
you get attached to these motherfucking characters.
Yeah. And his wife was
That's what we
there.
were talking about.
His wife was
She
there.
asked me because I'm like,
Nah,
listen, no.
fuck Oberyn. What?
No, I
She
was
was
just
like-
asking because they say that everybody dies, and I'm like, how do you grow an attachment to each character?
Not everybody, but not everybody, but
Dragging
everyone.
it.
Everyone dies.
If that makes sense.
No, it's better to say no one's safe.
R.I.P. my son
That's
Gilly.
Yeah.
That's the thing. No one's safe.
No one's
And-
safe.
yeah.
But
Yo,
yo,
we still got to see the battle of the Cleganes.
True. So now that
if
was
that's gonna
wow.
happen,
that was my
if
next
that's
question.
gonna happen.
if it has
Come on,
to,
Alec.
the Hound survived, nigga. If it's
No,
gonna happen.
Come on.
That cryptic-
What, bro? The Hound.
This will be the
The
worst show.
only
I can't
reason the
believe
Hound is
this
alive
will
at
be
this
the worst
point is
show
to
ever.
fight that nigga, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm a little disappointed
No,
that you said it might not happen.
No.
Has
You have
to.
That's the purpose of both of them being alive right now.
Hashtag fan service.
That
Let's
ass.
do it.
The thing
you
is,
feel some type of
Get it done.
Why else? Why do they need to be alive?
Get it done, D&D.
Hold on, I want to hear what
if
he got to
it
say.
happens, just like how they say it happens, or how everyone thinks it's gonna happen, like literally a hand-to-hand combat. I mean, or whatever.
Even though I think the mom was
Both the
smoking.
Cleganes. I want to know what the fuck. What you call it? The Hound meant, when he actually, came up to his brother and said, who's coming for you, kind of thing. It's a lot more cryptic than just like the basic thing, and that's why I'm saying, like, if it just were to happen, like how everyone, if it were to happen like how everyone believes it is gonna happen, for me it'll be a little cheap because then, the one thing I don't like is when, a writer or something put something in a scene and it's not used. Right?
Okay, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like,
I'm
you
not
understand,
gonna
like-
hold you. There's some of that in this episode.
No, a lot of that. No, a
Yeah.
lot of this. A lot of,
Some
and
of
this is the big problem
That's why
I
I'm
have
like,
with this episode.
Yes,
That-
the Night King just going out like
and
that.
this is
Not a
why
fan of
I
that.
do not
Not a fan of
believe
that.
George
What's
R. R.
the
Martin-
purpose?
This is why I believe George R. R. Martin would not let
Yo,
this happen
yo,
like
you're right.
this.
Yeah.
There is some
think
other
he did.
fucking twist that's gonna happen that the Night King is not done, or that the Night King's identity is gonna be a revelation of some shit. And I was waiting for that to happen this episode.
Yeah.
It didn't happen this episode. I was waiting for some sort of. And I
As of right now, the Night King is pointless.
Right now,
Yeah,
I thought this
with
nigga
it.
was gonna come up
I
to the
was
fucking
sweating.
tree, war. They were gonna have some fucking mind
Battle.
battle shit
Yeah.
and end the war.
I thought they were gonna have like an argument. Like, nigga,
I thought
the fuck?
I was waiting for.
I thought they were gonna talk and expose each other, like all the secrets of the fucking universe right there. They just kill each other, like.
Yeah, no, but
Fuck.
That's
you know,
lame.
it kind of had like a. I don't know if you guys were, you know, you guys felt and witnessed, you know, The Last Jedi, you know, in
Whack.
theaters.
Wackest movie of all fucking time.
It was really
Most
bad,
garbage
and the
movie
reason
ever.
why it was bad.
Rian Johnson is trash.
Rian Johnson.
Facts.
Johnson sticks.
The reason why it was bad was because he took over a movie and all the plot,
Yo.
you know, all the plot threads that were established in the first
Literally.
movie
He
were
threw them all
literally
out.
cut.
Threw them all
That's
out.
horrible.
In the
Literally.
second
Yo,
movie.
literally
That is
threw them. Yo,
horrible.
no,
How do you
not
do
a
that?
single thing from The Force Awakens was
Made it
used
and
correctly.
survived.
Not a single thing.
So I know we're
Not a
switching
single
a
thing.
little bit
I'm
of Star
sorry,
Wars
yeah.
right here.
No,
but-
we'll get back.
Yo, not a single thing.
Let me tell you
Single
something.
thing.
Let me tell you something. I really hope that they did, you know, revive it for this last one that came out.
Nah, it's over.
I know. I hope so. Anyway, back to GOT. That's just not what you do. You just don't do something
It's not,
like that.
and
I don't think they're gonna let
Yo,
that happen.
this is the second season in a row. Some shit like
This is
that.
the
has
biggest show
happened.
on.
Bro,
in the
no wait,
Seven did
no.
that,
I was gonna say wait. If
and
that,
season 8
honestly,
done
I
it
just
so
realized this. If that goes down like that, the last fucking 6 seasons were pointless.
Yep.
That's my point. That's my point.
I just realized, yo, like
That's my point.
What did we just watch? Like prepare
Yep.
the first episode. Just think about the first episode.
That's my thing. The first episode.
There's
first
no way this could
scene,
go happen like
first
this.
episode, first scene.
The first
let's
minute.
Let's not forget the fucking body
Opening,
patterns,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
They have not been touched upon, and they're not
didn't he
gonna
have a
let
pattern
that
on his
happen.
palm though? He had something in his palm.
I did not. I was not.
Wait, he went like this.
No, when he was walking, they zoomed in on his hand, and he had a pattern in his palm.
Did he have a
gotta
spiral
rewatch- I gotta
pattern?
rewatch
I
on his
didn't.
hand?
I really couldn't see. I'm not gonna
Gotta
front
rewatch
the
that.
quality of the
Gotta
projector.
rewatch that.
I'm definitely gonna
Well,
rewatch.
it was probably the sign that
Just watch
brand
the
had.
fucking YouTube explain video.
The darkness of that episode, I could not see shit. I'm like, yo, I gotta be blind or I gotta be too close. 'Cause I
Nah,
can't
it was.
see,
We
yo,
were
I
watching
could
off
not
the
see
projector. It's different.
nothing.
It's different. But either way, we still got the
Could not see
motherfucking message, man.
I think we're a little too close.
Yeah.
That shit was wild. We were a little too close,
look
but I
up
still
at it,
enjoyed
like-
it.
No. We were a little too.
Yeah,
we
y'all
were
were-
like right in the
Oh,
front.
yeah,
We were like,
They were like those people who sit in the first row of the theaters and they're just
Yeah.
breaking their neck.
Yeah.
Worst seat you can ever get in your life at a
Yeah,
theater.
Sat there once in my life.
Never,
For
never,
Don't even-
Avatar,
don't do that
that
for
shit was
IMAX
crazy.
either.
That-
never.
Yo, Avatar was the only. I fell asleep like twice and woke up and it was still going. I was like, God damn.
That movie's ass though. So
Yo,
that's-
Endgame
I
was
hated
3
it.
hours long too. I didn't see it, but
That's a fact. That's a
Can we
fact.
just
Either way.
talk about the fact that fucking Endgame made $2.1 billion?
No, 1.3.
1.2.
I wasn't that. I literally was
1.2.
not
Oh, I
that.
mixed it up. Sorry.
I mean, it's still amazing. Still amazing.
1.2 billion. Sorry,
So twice.
I overshot it by $1 billion. But
That's a lot.
I mean, it'll make 2.2 billion when it's all said and
oh
done.
no, for sure, no doubt about that. But that's insane. Shout outs to fucking Marvel. They did it.
Disney.
That shit is crazy.
All right.
Do we have
I'm
anything else on this
curious.
episode though? Because I feel like
What do you want to see? What is it you want to see? Because
Okay.
I know Cersei's the whole
Everything's-
Cersei
all right, I'm
backstory.
gonna keep it a stack. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
I don't know what
really
I
quick
want
for me.
anymore.
Let's remember that if it wasn't destroyed in the spoils of war in that episode, when Cersei came, when Daenerys came and just like blew out the whole Lannister army,
Yeah.
Cersei still has that big ass arrow.
The
Oh,
ballista-
yeah.
The ballista.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
so
wildfire.
that is still a weapon. She still has wildfire. So
She
this
has a
fight,
lot, bro.
this fight,
She
she
has
has a ton of things.
has a lot.
Yo, the mountain alone can take half of the fucking people that the Starks have. Dead ass.
Like, what
No,
people? They
he's
all
100
gone
men
now.
army. He's
You feel me?
practically
Yeah,
100
but he
men.
also wait, but also
Cersei?
he's on some Frankenstein shit too. You gotta remember that the
He's
nigga he's
undead.
like some
undead.
he's
You know-
where like the doctor nigga put
you know
some
what
the
I-
nigga that gave her Cersei the arrow.
Yeah, Meister.
Also, too, another thing I just thought about too.
I forgot
But-
his name is.
I guess this is like
Someone
for
told me.
like this is just random Game of Thrones talk, but like
Meister Paisel.
There we go.
No,
Oh, yes.
No, he
Paisel-
died. He
oh, no,
died. He
Paisel-
got stabbed by the little fucking
fuck,
kids.
man.
yo, who do you think is wait real
An old quick? man got stabbed.
Random
by, like,
question.
7
Random
kids.
question.
Stabbed to death.
Who do you think is badder, Daenerys or like Cersei in the beginning of the show? Like young
Badder in the sense of like more evil, or like
No,
good,
like, badder, like sexier.
Oh, that's
Cersei
tough.
was
'Cause
bad.
Cersei has
bro.
a nice mature.
Cersei in the beginning of the show
I was like,
was.
yo, damn, like
bad.
she's fine, like grown.
But after they cut her hair, she became kind of
I
trash.
fuck with Danny, but I fuck with Danny,
Look at
but
type
Danny
eye.
It don't look good on her.
Like 13 years old by the time like she was like like naked in fucking Khal Drogo.
Listen,
Like
man.
according to
She was 13.
Daenerys in the
She's
book
young.
is 13 when she's fucking Khal Drogo.
Ugh.
Oh my
Damn, he
god.
on that-
Oh, she
that's
wasn't
why-
13.
He on that.
that's
Is she
why-
13?
How
I'm
was she in the
13.
fucking
So
show?
that's why.
Yeah, I heard it.
No, I said he's on that. I
Why
said
you gotta
he's
do
on
that, bro? That's my.
I said Drogo was on
Tiny
that.
4K.
You're done.
Drogo was on
listen,
that, not me.
Terrible.
But
Cersei's bad.
Oh, shit.
Cersei has a ton of shit, and I'm a little scared because
She's smart, bro.
the
There's
North
a reason.
lost half of their people.
Let me put it
They
like
lost
this.
the whole
No, wait.
army. They lost the
Bro,
whole Dothraki.
Let's put it like this.
They're the best
Yo,
warriors
they
on a
went out.
horse.
Cersei
bro.
did not experience any
Anything
of the dead army.
and
man.
that kind of blows mine.
Smart.
That blows
I'm
mine.
tight. What the
Stupid as
fuck?
hell, because what if they lost? Then what?
That she would have been
Screwed
fucked. Yeah, but that's not the case.
She's smart though. I'm not.
Oh, my
not
God.
even in front. Like she,
I don't know.
you know, not honorable at all. But because she lied. I mean, who the fuck does that? But
Cersei does that.
yeah, Cersei does.
But that's
I mean,
regular Cersei shit.
That's what makes
She's also
Cersei
not pregnant,
Cersei.
by the way. I'm sorry to break it to y'all. She's not pregnant. The prophecy says she's gonna have 3
How the
children.
fuck?
That's it.
How do you know?
Because, bro,
The prophecy's been like correct.
that ass the
And
prophecy.
she won't have 3 children. Who says she's not pregnant? She won't lose it.
See, I was thinking that too, but
What was
I'm
the
like,
point of that?
That's a stretch. What's the point? Now they're just giving me pointless information.
No, it's not. It's not pointless because it'll make it even more. It would make it even more. Like,
I feel you.
It is what it is. Ain't what it ain't.
Well, listen, we got tons of time. We got fucking 3 more episodes, and I can't wrap my mind around that.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And
And they're
all
not
right,
supposed to be the same length?
the next 3 I think are gonna be like another
because
hour.
usually
and 20.
usually
They're
the
like
seasons
50.
normally they're like 12 episodes long. This
No,
was only
12,
6.
nigga, 10.
Nah.
10, 12, whatever. You
It was
understand what I'm
never
saying?
12.
More than 6. So now it's like 6, and they have to,
Get everything in.
Yeah. So
But all right, Nessa, we're gonna actually get you included in the conversation next segment and the topic of this episode, and that is going to be the workplace, guys. All right, it's gonna be a great conversation on basically where you're working at, what to expect, basically,
fucking
work-related
environments and
shit.
like
Yeah,
that.
it's gonna be a
dude,
dope
lot of
conversation.
fucking drama.
And we're gonna switch up the vibe a little bit. We're gonna bring you some Ariana Grande, man. This is a request from Nessa over here. All right, 7 Rings. Enjoy this.
Breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles. Girls with tattoos who like getting in trouble. Lashes and diamonds, ATM machines. Buy myself all of my favorite things. Been through some bad shit, I should be a savage. Who would've thought it turned me to a savage? Rather be tied up with calls and not strings. Write my own checks like I write what I sing. Yeah, stop watching. My neck is flossy. Make big deposits. My gloss is popping. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. I see it. I like it. I want it. I got it. Yeah, I want it. I got it. 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 Yeah. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. I see it. I like it.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the Check Box. Once again, that was Ariana Grande with 7 Rings. And for those joining us now, we just finished introducing our special guest for today's episode. This is Vanessa Calle, also known on YouTube as a makeup enthusiast by the name of NessaCXBeauty. Vanessa, what's going on?
Nothing much. I'm happy to be here, and y'all have been nice to me, so let's keep that going.
No, we're about to get mean right now.
Okay.
Won't last very long.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Alrighty, but yeah, for those joining us, once again, Vanessa is with us, and we just finished speaking about some Game of Thrones. It's 11 o'clock right now, actually 11:55. We just finished seeing episode 3. We're halfway through season
Yeah, like
8,
shit.
the final season of Game of Thrones, and it's a bittersweet feeling, guys. But all right, let's get to today's topic, and that is the workplace. We're gonna begin this conversation with a simple question. What's everybody doing right now? Well, actually, your first job, Alec.
Sure. Yeah. Fuck. Dude, yeah, so I was a slave my first job at
Wow.
Journeys. Dude.
All
No,
right.
like seriously, to a slave.
Jesus.
Journey's the.
You remember?
Slaves went on
You know Journeys, right?
Oh, journeys like
the shoe
oh.
store?
I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Still have one across
This
town.
job was
Yeah,
a
they
journey.
do.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, nigga, what?
No, literally.
All right, let's
Journeys is a shoe
backtrack.
store.
All right.
Yeah.
Journeys
okay.
is a shoe store, and that was your
Yes.
first job.
Yes.
Say like, it's like, I was a slave my first job.
And you were
What do you call $7.50 an hour?
minimum wage at the time of your
Thank
first
you.
job.
Yeah.
Different time era.
Yeah, so that was my first job and shit like that.
2012.
That was my first job, and then after that, I just went into the food industry, like actually waiting, busing, and stuff like that.
Okay.
I actually really enjoyed that.
I remember you had that job, that fancy
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
So
G&Gs.
was it 2 years ago?
When
Actually,
you,
no,
I
I
remember
was a
that your
little
bartending alley was.
No, I was
Bar
bar
back alley.
backing.
Bar back
Bar
alley.
backing.
No, bar back is
Different,
that's a fire
different.
job actually.
Bar back
Very
is
fire.
Different. It was actually a lot more fast paced.
Yeah.
So I basically retail for a while. Then I went into actually to Guess right after that. That was pretty intense in
So retail.
Fifth Avenue. Yeah. Well, no, that was 2 retail jobs.
Yeah.
Back
Oh,
to
at the
back,
same time. Oh,
back
okay.
to back.
Back to back.
And then then I went to the restaurant industry, and I actually really liked it there. I actually really enjoyed it. Tips were dope. And then after that, I said, fuck that, because I had a couple bad experiences, which I'll probably, touch on a little bit later. And then just working with my family right now and going to school.
Dope. Kenneth, man.
Amazing.
First job.
Oh man, my first real job was at what was it? Valvoline Instant Oil Change. In
Are you
Yonkers
serious,
Avenue.
bro?
That was my first real job. Yeah,
Bro, I feel like that was 2 years ago.
that was 5 years ago.
Damn.
Was it 5? Yeah, 5 years ago now. Yeah. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but yeah.
3?
Yeah.
3? We got the confirmation from
It was
the camera.
no. Let me just tell you something about the cameraman today.
The camera woman.
The camerawoman today is my sister,
Shout out Dina.
Andy Clarkson on Instagram.
Facts.
And
You gonna follow.
she
Photographer, give
is
her a follow.
not letting him get away with any
Her
lies today. I love it.
My sister's memories of me and things that I do cannot be trusted because she don't remember shit. She only remembers what she wants to remember. That's a fact.
And the man saying that's her brother, so how trustworthy is that?
Andy, what's your IG handle?
true.
One more time.
Andy M. Clarkson.
ANDIEMCLARKSON. Give her a follow, guys. She's a dope fucking photographer
She's
and
alright.
videographer. So hit her up.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So it was 5 years ago when I was 19, soon to be.
He's
19.
saying 5, she's saying 3. It is what it is. We'll
But
round it
nah,
off, average it out.
3 was
Say
CVS.
3.5,
That was
4.
CVS. But yeah, my first job was Valvoline Instant Oil Change. So I used to do that job. I did 10-hour shifts. Sometimes I would do them like back to back to back. So
That ain't shit,
I would
bro.
do-
Bar back, and I would do 12-hour shifts, bro.
No, I get
The
that.
only things that I'm allowed to drink, so that was the only thing that
See,
was like.
That what
I
kept-
couldn't.
that's what kept you going?
Niggas on my
Fucking
job would
alcoholic.
they would drink on the job. But you see, like I was doing I was working on cars for literally 10 hours, like
Drinking
straight
oil.
sometimes.
Nah, it's
No
true.
break.
Like especially
it is a harder environment.
so like on Saturdays I would be there. I would get there. I would have to open on Saturdays. So Saturdays we were open like 8 a.m. or whatever. I had to get up, regular, 7 o'clock. I would always be late though, but 7 o'clock. And then it would like literally people would line up from before we were open. So it'll be like 7:50, 7:55, and we got a line of cars.
And you walking in
ready
late.
to be
Y'all
open.
look like the DMV and
And
shit.
Kendall's
Yeah.
walking in late.
That's exactly right.
Drinking
I was walking
oil.
in late. I was
Drinking
drinking,
oil.
but
Sipping on.
sometimes it'll splash in your mouth. But anyway, I wish I was kidding.
Yo, get it.
Nah, she could've
Check this
tested me.
man's health,
Yo,
please.
get this man out of here.
I was actually thinking about that. Yo, I would get oil literally all in my clothes and my jacket.
disgusting.
Like it was disgusting. My fingernails were disgusting. It was
You're
bad.
heavily acidic.
But I learned a lot from that job. That job was like, I learned the world did not care about your feelings from that job. People do not care about you. They will treat you like shit.
All right.
Facts.
And
What are you doing
somebody,
now?
yeah, I was about to ask that.
Currently, I'm unemployed. But I'm doing school right now, and then
Yeah, it makes sense, bro. You about to graduate?
Yes.
About to graduate.
Fucking
Word. Shout out to
finally,
that.
But I hope to get into some IT work again, maybe a contracting work again.
You
But,
will, my
yeah,
brother. You will. You won't hope you will.
Yeah.
Alrighty, moving on. Nessa,
You,
what's
Nessa.
going on? First job.
All right, so my first job was at a gym in my college. So I
Was that work study?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I
work
knew it,
study.
I knew it.
But I
I
applied
knew
for
it.
the gym for my first spot because I was like, oh, guys go to the gym. I'm going to work at the gym.
Hey.
That's efficient.
So that was
That's-
my first job. And I worked myself up
good idea.
into a supervisory role there.
Oh,
And then
Fire.
That
as
is
soon as I wanted more work on my plate, I got another job at Starbucks, also at my college. So my freshman year, I had the gym. Sophomore, junior, and senior year, I had the gym and Starbucks.
Okay.
And then I had to move back down here and find a job. So I worked at 59th and Lexington, H&M, and that was hell because retail sucks.
Especially in New York City, right?
When y'all hear retail sucks,
It's
it's not a lie.
It's trash.
Retail
Yeah.
sucks.
And when you hear Game of Thrones is fucking fire, Game of Thrones is fucking fire. But anyway,
But after I quit there, I was just doing like some interning at high schools, and then I started working at a senior center, which is where I'm currently at right now as a health educator / data entry person. So I make different presentations about senior citizen health in English and in Spanish, and then I also just do data entry. So
That's what's
and
up.
I'm gonna
Excel spreadsheets.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna graduate in a month.
Hey,
with my-
congratulations as
my
well.
master's.
Is it NPH?
Shout out to Dina as well. The
What?
kennel
Master's
will be
public health.
graduated. We got
No,
3
my
future
master's
graduates in here.
in
Three current.
counseling.
You about to go?
He's about to graduate too.
Oh my God! We got 4 graduates in the building. Make some goddamn noise.
Continue.
But also today, I just got an email letting me know that YouTube is starting to pay me.
Holy
So YouTube has just
That
turned
is
into a job
fire.
for me.
Very,
That's
very nice. Monetization.
yeah.
Over here, let's go.
So I
I'm
like to hear.
actually like hyped for you right now.
Pretty fucking
Yeah,
popping.
so that means people have watched my face for 4,000 hours or more.
Oh, so that's what it takes.
On the
4,000
internet.
hours.
4,000?
Nice.
4,000
Nice.
hours.
Can you rub that juju on us,
Please.
please?
No, we're at
Please,
100.
that would be very
That's
nice.
fire.
awesome.
I'm very
Congratulations.
very
Holy
proud.
shit. How does that make you feel?
Amazing, because that was like my first 2019 goal that I wanted to hit.
Yeah.
And
you
you
hit
got
it.
Now
You did.
I'm just looking forward to the
You
next
got in the
step.
4th month of the year. You got 8 more to
Oh, yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Fourth
I've had my
shit.
YouTube channel for 10 months.
Oh,
Nice. That's
10
quick.
months.
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
beastie.
Shit.
We need to check. We need to make
Holy
a Chec
shit, not even a
XBeauty
year.
page.
Please, facts. Bro, that's sick. We're gonna be there soon,
Alright.
guys. Don't worry about that. I
Y'all
definitely,
will, y'all will.
I definitely feel that.
What was your fucking first job? What was yours?
My first job was working in a warehouse, getting down and dirty with my pops, man. Pause for those
Yeah,
dirty
look.
minds out there.
Down there.
I was fucking
HP.
14 years old, making $400 off the books a week, spending it on dumb shit like phone posits.
Same.
I was lifting boxes, packaging them up. I was fucking working in dust all day with no mask. I was coming home filthy as hell, working from 6 to 3 in the morning. Then my first real
6 to 3
action.
in the morning.
Pause. 6 in the morning to 3 p.m. Yes. Sorry. That was at 14, and I would also play a fucking baseball game like 2 hours after that. So I was wilding. Bless you, bro. My first official job, though, I'm gonna have to say, was at American Eagle Outfitters in 42nd Times Square. It's the
I remember
flagship
that.
store.
Wow.
My sister put me on. It was on some like get your friends and family shit for seasonal. So boom, they were gonna keep me, but unfortunately, my sister and I were in the same living space. So they,
Yeah, that was high
you know the rule behind that. You can't have 2 people in the same household.
No, that was high school. Yeah.
High school, yeah, high school. Probably my sophomore year type shit. Where once I went to Kennedy. Then after that, I actually worked in an ice cream truck, Mr. Softy.
Oh, my
I remember
God.
that.
You
How
a
was
fucking
that?
softy.
Also high school.
You a fucking softy, nigga.
That annoyed me.
It
Every
was
day at 3 p.m.
it was trash. I worked from 10 to 10. Serving fucking ice cream to the scrotites on Hunts Point. It was wild. That's how a couple prostitutes come up to me, my mans. They probably had $2 for ice cream cone with sprinkles. It was $2.50. So I'm like, yo, whatever, here, hold that. They'll look at me like this with the ice cream cone, like walking away. I was a little uncomfortable. I'm like, yo, chill out. You're dirty. I seen 2. Yo, I really. I seen.
watching, bro.
No, listen. I've
It's a
seen 2 of them.
fan,
I've seen
bro.
2 of them hop in a Chrysler with a white man behind the wheel, and it was like a very beautiful car. It did not belong in Hunts Point whatsoever, and neither did that man. If I'm not mistaken, he had CT plates.
I
was
my
like,
man, I trying to get
wow.
murked, bro. The fuck out of
nigga,
here.
come work me, nigga. What did I ain't even say nothing, nigga. Y'all niggas bugging out.
Please, he said it,
Fuck outta here.
not me, man.
Shit was wild though. Working in an ice cream truck. Hunts Point was wild. Anyway,
Every time, well, because of you, every time I see a Mr. Softy truck, I was like, yo, like I never thought
you
I would know somebody
Yeah.
that
Me
drives this
too.
thing, and that like
And it
just
ended up being me.
because it was always so mysterious to me. Like, yo, what,
How do you
like,
get that job?
where's this company
The
based?
Mr. Softy guy
There's
that's
2
been
garages.
servicing this community has been the same guy
Yeah.
ever since I was fucking like
Really?
That's
Yeah.
ever since ever.
Wow.
It's the same Mexican
Same dude. They got the same routes.
Same Mexican
routes.
dude forever, bro.
The Mr.
Like,
Softy
wow.
by me got arrested in like when I was in 6th
Wait,
grade.
Mount Vernon?
Yeah.
Mount Vernon. I remember
Yeah.
when you said that truck.
Yeah.
We said
But,
hit that truck.
But nah, hold on. So boom, Mr. Softy, and then I ain't really worked that much in college. I worked in Club Monaco. I still retail for a while, man. Until now, I'm pretty much, I'm my own men's style. I'm a men's stylist and shit.
Self-employed.
I'm chilling, man. Pretty much self-employed. We'll get into that though. Perp, first job, my brother.
First job was on the block. I was cooking crack.
Here we go.
My first job. So I mean, I used to work with my pops. That nigga, like
Yeah, both
my,
is Islam.
my pops used to have delis since before I was born.
It's
So
the OG Ak right here.
yeah, you know the vibe. No, fuck, nigga. I'm Dominican, papi. I'm the OG papi. Fuck is you talking about? Anyway, yeah, niggas working at the delis. Since I was, who knows how long? Since I was mad little. My first official job though was 24-hour fitness.
24 hours.
Really? I'm
Right,
you got that.
Yeah.
Right. Holy shit.
24-hour fitness. That was like in college.
Wait.
like
Which
4 years
24-hour
ago.
fitness?
Lower.
Oh, Lower. Okay.
Soho.
14, around
Soho.
14, yeah, it was around.
It was on
around
Crosby
Soho.
Street.
Right.
Yes.
That was by the what you call it? By the Hollister.
Yes.
By the Hollister.
And right across the street from Adidas.
Yes.
Right next to the gas station.
Crazy.
Yeah, I worked at 24-hour fitness. Shout out to my man's Vic.
I was working at G&G's at the time.
Yes, you were. Yes.
Literally walked
Yeah.
across the
Oh,
street.
what? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, he, my sister's, now baby father. I mean, they're together though. So I mean, husband. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Continue.
Him, yeah, he got me the job. So that was my first official job, and the reason I took the job was because it was all the off season for baseball, and I was like, yo, I need a place to work out, but I was broke, so I didn't have $15 a month to go to Blink near me. So I was like, yo, with the 24-hour fitness, if you work there, you get access to every
place is
gym in the
great.
country.
That place is great.
That shit was crazy. So if as an employee,
By Jeter?
he has I don't know if he owns it, but he's invested in it.
That place is fucking.
But yeah, so as an employee, you could go to any 24-hour fitness in the country. Like it was that type of membership. It was crazy. It was nice.
awesome.
But I made no money, like $9.50 an hour. Ain't make shit.
Yo, I worked at, where I just remembered, you remind me, I worked at Randall's Island too as the batting cage.
Oh yeah.
And that shit was awesome because I would get free swings, but I got fired on some dumb shit because I was hustling. Stupid little dumb nigga.
I remember that.
This nigga was selling
I remember
coins.
that job.
I was selling. Long story short, I was selling the batting cage tokens $1 off in there, and I was making bread, bro, because I was making like $7.25. I worked like 5 hours a week, so I'm over here getting $34 on my check, but I'm walking out with $60-$70 a day.
Yeah.
It's a hustle mentality, man. But whatever, I'm past that. I'm past that stage in my life.
Finessing. So yeah, 24-hour fitness. Then I had like a little stint at State Farm.
State Farm.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Jake from State Farm.
little stint. That was recent. Yeah, little stint at State
What
Farm.
did you do at State Farm?
So
It was started off. No, well, they were trying to get me into a certain point, but it was started off as sort of like an internship type of thing, but halfway through it was kind of like, all right, this is not serving the purpose that I need. So then
you quit.
so that I was staying there because the guy like needed somebody, and he was just willing to commit to the hours that I was available, given I was playing baseball and I needed money because I never really liked depending on my parents. So even if my parents can't give me money, I always told them, y'all, like, nah. Like, if they do, you got money, they'd be like, yeah, even though I'll be broke. And I'll be like, nah, because I just wanted my own money. So he was willing to work with me, gave me the hours that I could work. And so that's why I stayed, just for the little bit of money to be able to make money. And
That's nice.
Yeah, now I'm doing finance, corporate finance.
that's litty, bro.
So,
Corporate finance, that actually sort of leads and segues into what's the next topic of conversation, like private versus corporate owned versus self-employed kind of jobs. And Nessa, you want to start off, like, you said you're working in the home, if I'm not mistaken?
The senior center.
Senior center, okay. So that would pretty much be corporate owned or private? Not really too sure.
All right.
Not possible.
it's probably private owned.
I just want to say corporate is private owned.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
But it's more like, you know what it is, like.
But I guess corporate falls under like the bigger known companies.
If it's
probably.
Right.
I guess corporate make it publicly traded.
If it's not government, it's privately owned. That's it.
Right.
Okay.
So I think the major difference that I think maybe you were trying to get at was the fact that, you know, you have someone that owns the company that's a little bit more closer to you, working with you a little bit more closer, right? So you ever worked in a place where like you had
Well, you speak
like the owner literally
Literally next to you.
available all the
All the
time,
time, yeah.
versus like when you're in retail, for example, like
Corporate.
let's say, yes, more of a corporately owned place or a corporately run
a
place,
big
right?
establishment.
Corporate environment.
Very different.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Very
Yeah.
different.
Okay.
Very different.
So
and I
then-
feel like we all had a little bit of, you know,
Both.
a little
All
bit of
three.
a taste of all of them, especially not so much me, you know, the working for yourself kind of like self-employed kind of thing like you're doing right now, but I feel like there is a difference between, you know, working with a lot more closer to the owner versus like working like with something that's
Under
a little
many
bit
people,
right that has a lot of hierarchy going on.
I was about to
for
say
example, like especially in retail. If any of us been in retail, you know for a fact that you
whack.
had.
Shit is trash.
You're under people that are under the scrutiny of higher
Yeah.
people, and to be honest, that is even worse than working with, in my opinion, working with the owner themselves.
It's annoying.
Because people that feel like they have a fire under their ass the whole fucking time, and the only way that they can get that fire out of their ass is if by putting it on you,
Farting it out.
dude. They literally feel like they have nothing, like that's the only way. I mean, that's literally how it works. It's like a trickle down kind of system. So personally, I really hated working for corporately owned places. I always loved to actually be closest to the fucking owner.
That shit is whack, bro.
You know?
I mean, I pretty much did all three. I'm not gonna front. The corporate owned would probably obviously be the retail that I did. The private owned would be where I worked out with my father because I pretty much know the boss, like first name basis, and he's worth millions. And then now I'm pretty much, I guess you could say self-employed because all I do is pretty much pay my rent for a booth, for the chair in the studio that I work in. I'm a men's hairstylist, obviously. I level up grooming studio. And I'm not going to front, bro. It's cool to be self-employed, but you get a little lazy. So my hours operation at 10 to 7. I'm walking in 10:20, 10:30, sometimes opening up at 11. So that I guess that can be the only downfall because you don't have someone on your ass like, yo, do this, do that, do that. You feel me? It's sort of a lot of leeway, and you sort of get taken advantage of that leeway, if that makes sense. Like you get taken advantage of time, if that makes sense.
You are your own worst enemy when it comes.
That's exactly what it is.
You are your own worst enemy when it comes.
It's
to
a love-hate relationship, to be honest with you.
Self-employment because you
takes
have
a lot of work
the
too.
Human nature that is just behind you. Like if you do not have structure, a lot of it falls apart.
Yeah.
If you don't have the discipline to replace that structure that is given to you by a high, one of those more structured, like, corporately owned places, you'll fall under sloth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will be lazy for the most part. I mean, I think most people will default to that.
What I'm saying, well, there's always repercussions too, because like at the end of the day too, like there will be a situation that'll arise that'll wake you up from that. Oh shit, yo, I'm getting an 11.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something's gonna pop up that's gonna be like, all right, man, I gotta stop doing this. And you know what I'm saying? I gotta start coming in on time, 9:45, no later than 10. You know what I'm saying?
Usually something that's really like
drastic. But if that doesn't arise, then that just means that's pretty much the end of your self-employment. Probably, you get what I'm saying? If that situation ever arises, because then you're just not gonna have business.
No, I'm not gonna.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, not that I'm just saying like in a general sense, from a self-employment standpoint. But I was like also so like it's funny that you said. Excuse me, I'm sorry, it's a burp. It's funny you say that because like I work corporate finance and like I have a boss. And I know my boss's boss, and I know the boss of fucking everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like even the CEO of the company, like on a first name basis, literally with the CEO of the company. And it's similar. Like it is corporate, but I have a boss. But like my day is supposed to be 9:30 to 6. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I walk in at 9:40. Some days I walk in at 9:50.
Do you punch in?
No. I don't clock in.
ADP?
I'm salary based.
They don't have ADP with. Oh, it's
but ADP does our payroll, but we don't clock in or nothing.
Do you clock in?
No, I don't. I actually have a lot of, I guess, leeway in my schedule because I got the job at the senior center because I knew the guy who ran it. So he gave me the job because I was just looking for something really part-time because I'm doing my master's full-time. So he's really lenient. I go in on Mondays and Fridays, and if I want, I can go in on Wednesdays and not Mondays or Fridays. Hey. So it really works with my schedule, and that's why I've been doing it for the past year.
Word. I love flexible schedules.
Yeah.
That's what I have right now. Like my family owning hardware store business.
Yeah,
it's
perfect.
To make my
Master
money outside, bro.
Exactly.
I mean, even you, your
my
family
pops,
owning, your family owning
that shit was clutch.
delis and bodegas and stuff like that, bro. Like having.
It's like yo, fuck, like yo, I need this much money. Let me. I know if I work this many hours, I'll be alright. Oh yeah, shit popped out of nowhere. But yeah,
the car is behind it.
But yeah, no, I mean it's great to have people that understand, especially if it's family and family owned things. Obviously they're gonna understand you having school.
No, yeah.
Thankfully, like you had someone that's not family. Also understand That's pretty fucking dope.
That can also get in the way, though, bro. Relationships are a big thing with work as well.
Oh,
No,
yes.
absolutely.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
quitting and I feel terrible.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah. No, and
Wait, so why are you
that's
quitting?
the one
Yeah, it's
side,
good that you
Oh,
bring it up.
because
Yeah.
I'm finishing up my master's degree and I need a full-time job now.
All right.
So it's
but
like
growth
my
is-
needs change.
Growth is natural, though. Growth is
Yeah.
natural, and you know what? To be honest, like as long as you show how great, how grateful you were to the people that
Yeah.
are good
Matters.
to you, I feel like you should not feel bad that you're moving on to the next step in your life because a lot of jobs are just stepping stones, and you're
And if they had to, and if they had to lay you off, they would. So. Yeah, and if they had to get rid of you, they would. So
Type
it's
shit.
all
No.
business.
That's
I hear that.
It's true though.
That's
That was
a
one
fact.
thing, being at like the at the cold end. You said you got fired, right? You said you got fired. No,
Yeah.
but you did some shit.
I've been
right?
fired.
I got snitched on.
You got fired.
Oh, you got snitched.
I know, I
No,
literally-
but you did some shit.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get
I did
fired.
some shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you know what? We'll talk about getting fired a little bit later on. I want to talk about workplace relationships, though. Let's talk about workplace relationships.
Sure.
Because there are two different types of relationships that you have in a workplace, right? You have the workplace, like your your coworkers, your bosses, and stuff like that. And you also have your customers, and it's nice to
Customers.
if you have customers, if you're lucky enough to have customers.
Lucky enough.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Idiots.
So, obviously in the workplace, having your coworkers, having your boss, there is a difference between a healthy and toxic environment when it comes to this. What made the toxic environment, if you had a toxic environment?
My
I
first
guess,
job
Kenneth?
was the most toxic environment I have ever, to this day, I have ever worked in.
To this
before.
day.
To this
Let's fucking go.
day.
Let's do this.
Because, first of all, my boss was the laziest boss I ever had in my entire life. Okay, so in that job, I had two different bosses because I worked in two different places. I worked first in the Mamaroneck version in Mamaroneck, New York, whatever. And then I worked in the Yonkers place for my job, right? My Mamaroneck boss was he worked it like a boot camp. It was like, yo, you got to get here. If your shift starts at 8, you got to get here 7:30, be dressed, and then you're ready at 8 to clock in and everything. You clock in 7:30, you don't get paid for that, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying?
It was very literal, straight cut.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I'm getting
My
it at
boss,
7:55.
I dealt with that for 2 months, and then I got shipped off to Yonkers, right? My boss, yeah, no, he was
military
he was
talk.
bad. No, it was bad, bro. And then my boss in Yonkers was the complete opposite. You could walk in 8:30, 8:15. He'd be like, "Yo, why are you late?"
So it was
And
toxic
then-
because they were strict?
No, I'm gonna keep.
Okay. I'm still waiting.
Right, so he would get my second boss didn't care if you came in on time as long as you just showed up. Right, he would get on you a little bit because his boss would get on him about people got to show up on time, but he didn't actually care. But the fact that he didn't actually care was what let the work environment get fucking crazy because people would not show up at all. I would get called in on my days off because people would not show up.
Wow.
He didn't. He told
And
people
you would
to.
be held penalized, because you didn't come in to cover other people. type shit?
Basically, yeah. But
Even if it
yeah,
wasn't scheduled.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's true.
He would try to guilt you to come in because he couldn't get people to come in to work for him.
Question: Was he he was a manager under the owner?
Yeah, so he was so there's
GM.
there goes some kind of it was
Something like
there was he was the manager,
Yeah.
but he was under the district manager who was under the sub owners of the thing, and then and then above the sub owner is the owners, right? And so, but he was kind of the lowest on the manager food chain,
Right.
And he would run things. I'm telling you, to the bare minimum,
Dude, and
labor to the bare minimum, right? So, as soon as the ticket would drop, ticket is how much you're selling per customer.
Yeah.
As soon as the ticket would drop, yo, clock out. He'd be like, yo, can you clock out for a bit? Clock out for 20 minutes. Go take a break.
But I feel for these managers though. I'm not gonna lie.
but
Because,
it's not even.
they're
But
feeling pressure from all
feel bad for
But
him.
it was
Fuck
his
him.
attitude about it. It was like how he was running it was he was so lackadaisical. He didn't want to he wasn't
That's the toxic.
It was toxic because
It was just
It
it was
allows
just a
people
shit
to
show.
do-
it allowed just a complete shit show to happen.
Yeah.
And then he would get pissed when things wouldn't get done on time. And it was it starts with you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Managers are supposed to help you out with the work and stuff. Yo, this man would disappear. He would
So-
for real.
so-
he would for
so-
real.
so-
Go, when it
so
got
this is the
busy, he
problem.
disappeared.
So it's bad work
Bad.
ethic plus strict.
Oh, he wasn't even strict.
And he wasn't strict.
That's what I'm saying. The second manager wasn't strict. The first manager, he was strict and he was an asshole, but he ran he ran things efficiently. My
So
second boss didn't care.
So you're saying
So where would you have rather worked?
Definitely the second one, but that's because I didn't want to do anything.
So you'd rather be around a toxic. Would you call the first guy?
No, I mean because I didn't care about the job, so I was like, fuck it, I'm like, fuck this job. But
So you were just fucking people's cars up.
no. That I would not do. But I'm saying like if I could do the bare minimum at this job, I was like, fuck it, I'll do this.
Yeah.
Because the boot camp stuff was bad. It was
That's
great.
crazy.
No, I feel you.
But you got shit done. I'm not gonna hold you. You got shit done. The second job, nothing was getting done.
Nothing.
Who had a really terrible time with like coworkers?
No, all my coworkers.
At
I'ma be honest.
24 Hour
I
Fitness.
love my coworkers.
Not
at all my
even.
jobs.
Nah,
I've never
all
had
I had was that I had like there was a older lady. She was like at least 60, bro. And but she was like so I was a club attendant. Pretty much the custodian for the men's locker room and the men's stuff, right? She was for the women, but she was just like an older lady. And I'm the type of person that I just generally. From anybody, I just don't like getting questioned a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even with anybody. If you after like the fourth question, I'm like, yo, like, all right, like, why are you questioning me? You know what I'm saying? Like, so she's just an older Spanish lady. Like, she was just like questions out that ass, and I used to be like, yo,
That's
what
annoying.
the fuck? That was a little annoying, and also too, sometimes she like to help me, but like she would be like tell me how to do things sometimes, and. That was annoying sometimes too, but it was nothing crazy. Like I never really had problems. I've been blessed to have like really good
I've always had
relationships at work.
Well, I've sampled. I had a couple of shitty coworkers, and it had to be in the fucking restaurant industry. It really.
That makes a lot of sense.
That would make sense.
No, it
Everybody's
did.
fucking-
It did. The thing is that and this is the thing in New York City. I was a young guy when I was in the restaurant industry. So I'm this young. I didn't even think my ethnicity played a role in it. I really don't think it mattered, but being young in an industry, that's dominated by especially in New York City, being around older people that are, taking these restaurant jobs that are transplants from other places that are trying to make it in this city, and you being younger, making the same amount of money as them. I just felt like that always played to my disadvantage when it came to coworker relationships. I felt like they were all so burnt out all the time. I had energy. I was like, all happy and shit like that. Making conversation with my customers, trying to make conversation with them, and them just being so. For the most part, a lot of them I dealt with were just very either depressed or just angry or bitter or some. I couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know what it was.
It's just annoying.
I feel like.
But for the most part, it was just
hating ass
sucked.
motherfuckers.
I feel like in your case, the restaurant industry, everyone from any position, from the greeter to the fucking cook,
Except for GYG. was
they're just always tight at life or anything, which is why you always get the fucking attitude, especially in New York, man. But all right, guys, we're gonna take our second music break, and when we get back, we're gonna continue on the relationships from in our workplace, from coworkers to the customers. All right, and we're going to have Tame and Impala take you guys out with Patience. Enjoy. Welcome back to the Chec Box. Once again, that was Tame Impala with Patience. And for those joining us now, we have a special guest in the building. Once again, this is Vanessa Calle, also known as NessaCXBeauty on YouTube. What is going on, Ness?
Talking about jobs.
Yes, we were. And before...
employment.
Yes, the workplace. And before we went to that music break, Alec was mentioning age difference and the way people would act in his not recent, his past jobs, right, Alex? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, restaurant.
Ageism.
Restaurant industry was a bit of a. It was a little rough patch, but I actually did enjoy it, bro.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite jobs. One of my favorite types of jobs, because you were literally responsible for people having a great time, and that's actually a lot of my nature. I don't know. I just really like entertaining people.
Yeah,
I like
definitely
entertaining people. It's like in my blood for some reason. I don't know why. I just like it.
Facts. Hold on, wait. Before you move, during the break, Nessa, I actually wanted to piggyback off of the age.
Yes.
A word.
So,
I would love to. I would love
trying to hear your mind. What's up? Speak to us.
All right,
I got something
so
on that too.
I'm currently interning at a high school in Harlem. And in terms of like DOE employees, there's a lot of age variation. And
DOE is Department of Education.
Yes, Department of Education. So there's a lot of age disparities going on there. And me being young and entering the workforce, like, seems to not settle well with a lot of people who are of the older generations, because then they look at us like,
It's breaking
you're
the
a
mold a
kid.
bit.
You're
Yeah.
a kid, and I'm close to retirement. So there's a big,
That's a
there's
huge
a
difference.
big disparity there. And I just like, every time they like look at me, like I was having a conversation with one of them, and they were like, oh, like, how do you expect to get a job? And I was just like, oh, like, my skill set, I'm getting my master's and all that stuff. And then they're like, oh, no, you'll just charm their pants off. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, just undermine the skills, right? But
Because they don't
even
have any.
in terms of that, they're just like, but you look like one of the high schoolers. And it's like,
You can relate.
yeah, I can relate to
That's the
them.
whole
And there's like
That's
another thing that I really like to do is, I guess, dress the part, because most times when I enter a place, people think that I'm way younger than I am.
Mhm.
And so I tend to upscale like how I dress when I work. So I like have old people clothes, but they're actually just like casual clothes that make me look a little bit older.
No, yeah.
Okay. I hear that.
Just being a little bit more like, you know, like that teacher kind of vibe.
Yeah,
you know, stuff
it
like that. Yeah.
definitely sets the barrier.
It says yes, it says so, but then
Yeah.
also, but then when the people meet you, and then it's like you have that professionalism that you need, but then
Yeah.
you're also like, all right, listen, but I am open to serving you the way you need to be served. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give you what you need.
It's true, but also like, you know, it goes to that point of you saying that, you know, you look younger, and
Yeah.
you know the fact that you are younger compared to
Well,
these people.
yeah, but even like my
And-
high schoolers would be like, I thought you were a junior
Well,
when you
that- I-
walked in, like a transfer junior.
Right, but the thing is that you have to understand how that in that position that you're in right now, you know, a counselor, someone that's
Yeah.
supposed to, that their job is to have people open up to them,
That is true.
being relatable, especially, you know, closer to age
Yeah.
with the people that you're actually dealing with, is a pro, not a con.
You have an
OG.
advantage.
I think it's definitely a pro.
And the thing is that I really don't want you to forget that, despite all the, you know, the older people in that profession that are surrounding you right now, maybe putting you down.
You have an
because
edge.
Of that. You
They
have
might
an
be
edge
jealous.
that they don't have. No, seriously.
And that's a very important role to have.
It's
I mean,
a-
aspect to have.
no,
You feel me? Especially in
it's-
the role you're in.
I mean, and some adults are very good at being relatable to, you know, to younger people. You know, it's not something that is strictly an age related
Yeah.
thing. You know, you can be at the same age and be not relatable. You know, but you know, it's one of those things that it just does help. You know, in that profession. So I really hope you don't.
Don't let
Yeah.
One thing I did
Don't
learn,
let it
and
get you.
the one thing I did learn, I'm not gonna lie, through all my years of like, you know, working with older people and just experiencing older people, we've all experienced older people. They're not the wisest. Let me tell you something. we are raised
My
with this
children.
misconception
The older, the
that
wiser.
the older, the wiser. Respect your elders.
I-
Listen, sometimes these elders do not.
Sometimes.
You gotta get together, you heard?
I mean, I don't think it's all the time either.
Sometimes.
It's not all.
It's
the
definitely
time. It's not all
sometimes.
the- It's definitely sometimes.
It's-
It's definitely sometimes.
I mean, but I
Yeah,
feel, but it's one of those things where it just it's gonna obviously. I feel like it's one of those things that's just it's also broad. You know what I'm saying? This is just one of those other broad cliches or whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know what it
Common
is.
sense.
But
It's all about common
in sense, yeah,
and,
yeah.
and this is the thing, though. I feel like this older generation. The reason why they're not as,
Boomers.
you know, like this is that they're so indoctrinated and they're so resistant to change. They
Yeah.
don't know-
Dead
they
ass,
don't-
they
in
They
no
don't
way
know-
they're not
Time.
open to change.
They don't know how to transition. They don't know how to adapt. We're a part of this generation, and you know we talked about the whole millennial thing in a past episode. You know, we are this generation of just constant transition and constant evolution.
And challenging
and
shit.
To be honest, let me tell you something. If you're more capable of changing, if you're better capable at adapting than someone else, you are the better. I'm not trying to say like, you know, like we're superior or anything like that, but you are able to...
You survive longer.
You are able to you know persevere through any sort of condition if you're able to do that.
Type shit.
You know, and I feel like, you know, I don't know.
I was as far as the age thing
that
goes.
Shit is loud. My bad.
Like as I work, I said corporate. So also too like like it's not as bad as far as like timing and stuff. Like I love my bosses. Everybody's cool. Like I get treated great. I love it. I love my job. But at the age thing, I'm the youngest in the office.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
I love it. I fucking love it. I wish I was younger. Like, yeah.
19.
It's great. It's amazing. I love it. And so, like, I've never felt like that where, like, even though there's people there that are, like, fucking 50 plus. You know what I'm saying? And that I work with every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I've never felt undermined.
Yeah.
I've never felt like, oh shit, you know, I'm just a young motherfucker now. You know what I'm saying? Like I have daily conversations. I'm 22 and I'll be as me and like 4 40 plus year olds, and we're having a great conversation. Yeah. I've never felt like I've never had an issue, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if anything, they try to get more out of me. You know what I'm saying? And I fucking love that shit.
That's the difference between a healthy and a toxic work.
Oh yeah. The culture, like, bro, I love my CEO. Bro, I love my CEO because, and I actually had this conversation. This is fucking crazy. I had this conversation earlier this week.
Billionaire shit, right?
Quick side note. I had a Billionaire Boys Club shirt on at my job, and my CEO walked in, who's like pretty much a billionaire. He sold vitamin water and shit like that. Whatever. He owns Body Armor. He walks in and he goes, I had the BBC shirt on. He goes, yo, is a Billionaire Boys Club? That's nice. I was like, yeah, you're there already, bud. He started laughing. He was like, yeah, come join me. I was like, all right. I see you in a couple years. Yeah,
promote me.
Give me a couple years. But I fucking love it. But even like that, I'm like name basis with fucking CEO, you know what I'm saying? The culture there is great, and I actually was talking to my coworker earlier this week because instantly, 5 seconds into walking into the office, I knew it. They had like the carpet is like a football field, has the yard lines and everything. Like the culture there is fucking great. Like
fire,
they had 2 conference rooms. One of them is the UFC conference room. The other one is the basketball. Like you know what I'm saying? Just because the setup that it has, like, it's just fire. Crazy. The culture is great. You know what I'm saying? So as far as a corporate job, I got a great end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm grateful for that. Like that type of environment is just great for a young person to grow. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so grateful for that, because if older people, like, that's why with that, you see, that's why I was on the other end with the older people thing, because if they serve their purpose and really try to challenge the youth in a way that's going to help them grow and help them not create the ideas that they want to be created, but just open the door for anything to be created. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to mold the ideas.
No, inspire.
Inspire anything to be happy. So I think that's what happens at my job. They just get the brain flowing and just allow me to do that. And I really appreciate that. I feel like that's so effective to see that happen. Like, we get more older people to start thinking like that. Yeah. It's great for the youth. It'd be nice,
bro, because it really pushes them, like, because they see.
I'm so encouraged at work. Like, I want to get things done.
That's the way.
We had a conversation the other day. Actually, my boss was like, "Listen," they were saying, like, "Listen, we're a little understaffed. Like, we're gonna need you to take on more things. You're gonna be more loaded." I was like, "Dude, I want to. Let's do it. Like, you guys need that. Let's go.
You get easier.
You go. I want to do it. Oh no, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's great too. That they're comfortable enough.
You're gonna be the CEO soon, bro.
Yo, I mean, we'll see, but shit like that.
If you master that.
But but the age thing, man, like it could be effective, but it is. But it could also be so fucking detrimental.
It can.
It's, like, to your end of the thing, like it could be fucking detrimental. Yeah, because you know what it is, if they're fucking miserable, they're gonna bring it on to you because that's just what it is.
It's all about the toxic environment.
Yeah, you know what's crazy though?
Lack thereof.
The studio I work in is owned by a couple of my fraternity bros, and none of them are 30 yet.
Oh wow.
So, they're probably about like, I think they're like 27, maybe 28. And then Mars, who's the master barber, is 24. Then you got me at 23. And then you got Los at 22. So when we have grown-ass men, 30-something years old, 40-something, yo, you the owner of this shop, man? Nah, bro, I'm just your assistant manager. Oh, all right, cool. How old are you, bro? 23. Yo, their eyes are just like, whoa.
Let me tell you something. Our generation.
And that shit makes me feel so fucking amazing, bro. It's sort of empowered at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. It's because, like, and then that would lead to mad other conversation like, oh, I see you graduated college. I didn't even do that. Damn, man, that's what's up. You doing your thing, and that shit makes me feel good, man, because at that point I'm inspiring an older individual, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that young shit, bro. There's definitely pros and cons to it. I'm fortunate enough to have the pro end of it, and I brag about that shit, bro. I brag how my bros are not even older than 30, and they own their own business, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they're not even my boss. That's the better thing too. Like, I'm my own boss, low key. I make my own hours. As long as I'm giving them that $200 for the rent, technically, like for the lights and shit. For me, like, I'm good.
Managing yourself.
Yeah, bro. It's a great feeling, bro. So I could low key say like, I'm self-employed at 23, and that shit is a good feeling, bro. Although this is plan B for me, though, as y'all know, I'm trying to be a news reporter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still pursuing those dreams. We're actually gonna get to the dream job in probably a couple minutes, but. Word, bro. It's great, man, on the A shit.
Right.
Get to it now.
You feel me?
One thing I did want to say.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to say is that our generation, at least all the people that we graduated with, all the people that we went to school with in undergrad, MSV. I've talked about this with several people from MSV in the past couple of weeks. Yo, we are fucking killing it.
No, we really are.
We really fucking are. Everyone that I went to school with is fucking killing it. And they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're doing amazing things. They're just like you said, inspiring even older people. Older people are looking at us like, yo, what the fuck?
You know what it is? I think that...
And we always got told, like, yo, listen, you're never going to find shit after college, da-da-da.
That's exactly what it is. Like, that is exactly what it is. We're so overwhelmed by all this negativity from our boomers and shit and all the fucking older people that it pushes us to fucking be better. Maybe that's why they always say that shit. I think we just get so overwhelmed with this negativity that we're like, fuck that.
You know what it is? It's a whole new world out there now. You know, the world is
very different. I think for them in the environment that they were in, it was harder. But I feel like the way that the world has changed, it changed in our favor. Kind of thing.
Well, I mean, what it is now is like, you know, a college. We said this earlier in the college episode, but like a college degree back, even just as, you know, far back, maybe it's like 1995 or something like that. Maybe even 2000.
When I was born.
A college degree would get you very far because nobody had a fucking college degree back 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. And now that everybody's got one, it's like the market's dried up and everything for young people. So now young
degrees in order to really...
Well, I think
it's just like now you have to have a true skill set.
Yeah,
like
the workforce has changed.
Never before. Yeah. Because you're right, the workforce changed. But I'm saying like before, like, oh, you're smart. I'll give you a job because most people don't have college degrees. You're different. I'll get you one. So that's what got you the job, 20, 30, maybe even 15 years ago. Yeah, I think now it's like, oh shit, everybody's got a college degree. Okay, what can you do different?
And internship experience and skill set.
Yeah, that's more like, extracurricular.
So it's like, but they also, like, it's crazy to see, like someone like my dad actually loves seeing things like that. Like, my dad loves seeing young people with, like, who make like $1 million a year, right? Because like in the back of his mind, or even in the front of his mind, he's like, "Damn, I wish that was me," right? A lot of old people now are like, "This young person is not even This person's 19 years old and makes $1 million a month, or whatever the crazy amount of money is a month." Like, their first response has got to be, "Let me hate," because I can't.
I was about to say,
it's too late for me. I'm too old. But what I'm saying is, like, I think that's what plays into it. For like they worked literally decades.
Oh yeah,
at their dead end job just to see 19-year-olds on Instagram making money beyond their wildest dreams.
So I don't. Well, I was gonna say.
I can imagine how that feels.
I think that's what I was gonna say.
That you can't adapt to.
Exactly. Not even adapt to. You don't understand it. You just don't want to understand it. But also, I was gonna say that's what plays into. Also, like with the college degrees losing value, is also people with the work, like, kind of related to the workforce changing. Things are different now because the education is different. The financial education is also different. You know what I'm saying? So like now people are realizing why you don't need a college education, because you can go out and get 4,000 hours worth of people watching your shit on YouTube and you could get a check. You feel me? You could just go get 1 million. If you could find a way to go get 1 million followers on Instagram, you're going to get a check. You feel me? So it's just realizing, okay, I can go fucking... I love video games. I can just go on Twitch and fucking get 1 million followers on Twitch and play video games for the rest of my life.
Actually, it's harder than you think.
Which is people. That's
now. Just like one more thing. Like now, it's a true meritocracy.
Yeah.
Like now it's truly like what can you actually do?
Exactly.
Like now it's like because you will
different.
be paid. It's just like sports now. It's like if you are really really good at what you do and you can prove that, you will actually get paid.
Exactly.
But the trick
It's not
is
even good at what you do.
have to be good.
No, but I think
it's good at what you do. I think if that good at what you do means attention, I think that there.
Or
attention is the new currency, my friend.
That is true. Attention, or also too, you got to think about it. Also, you got to think about it.
But you can get attention like
you don't have to be talented. You just have to fucking draw eyes and then associate those fucking things that you're fucking doing with something else, like fucking Coke, Pepsi, whatever it may be. That's how you get a fucking.
You gotta hold the attention.
I mean, I would disagree with that.
We can have a whole
because,
episode on fucking untalented fucking people that are making bank, bro.
I mean, banks are different. They must be talented. They're banking bank. I mean, listen, talented. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But I guess
I'm saying in like music, you don't have to be talented anymore. That's a fair point in music. But I'm saying like if you're playing,
you don't have to.
You're not gonna get 1 million followers being bad at Twitch.
You're
not gonna be.
Not yet.
I understand that.
But I guess nowadays wise also like it's just different. Just in a general sense, it's like the way that the playing field has changed is just that nowadays it's like, all right, who the fuck
you can prove yourself like never before,
or not even that. It's just all right, who can come out with the next shit that's just something. You know, for example, Facebook. What it grabs? How does it relate to grabbing attention? Because everybody's on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. These are things that are holding the attention. They're grabbing. And what did we do as soon as Game of Thrones ended? What did we do?
Twitter.
Yo, we gotta go to Twitter. What the memes or the Twitter was holding the attention. You know what I'm saying? What's the next Twitter? What's the next Snapchat? What's the next Tesla? What's the next? You know what I'm saying? That's the difference now. Now, why does that matter? Do you need a college education for that? No, not necessarily, and that's why.
Never needed.
People are realizing that you never needed the college education to be somebody.
However,
you feel me?
Now this plays into a little bit different because now this is transitioning from jobs and making money to actually passion and careers, right?
Okay.
So I want to really just briefly just go through this with everyone. Where do you want to be? Where is your passion? Where?
Let's start with
obviously you don't have to go to college to make money and shit like that. We already established that.
Start with our guess.
So,
but
like, what would you do if you had to work for free type thing?
Nah, bro. No, what do you want to do?
What do you want to do so that you would never work for the rest of your life?
Oh,
the job that you would do. So
a dream job?
Work for the rest of your life. You know, that career. That
essentially,
your dream job. What's your dream job?
What is it that would fucking tickle your fucking balls for the rest of your life?
Wake up happy. I mean, you want to start off?
Okay, so I've done a lot of life planning in my life. So my ultimate goal is to become a therapist. I actually want to get my PhD in mental health services.
Nice. Okay.
So that is my ultimate goal, along with being a college professor.
Okay.
But right now,
in the same field.
Well, yeah, in psychology and counseling and all of that stuff. So right now, I'm just like in one of my stepping stone kind of things. So I've been planning my life since probably middle school.
Okay.
I've planned out grad school since middle school, and now I'm in grad school, and I'm planning out until after PhD kind of thing. So that's where I want to be.
That's how you gotta do it.
And hopefully still doing YouTube and hopefully have some songs out.
I mean, as long as you're getting paid, you're still gonna be.
Something.
I think you're still gonna be doing.
I think I
YouTube.
suggest you use YouTube as a platform to diffuse all of let off your steam type shit.
Definitely. I've always wanted a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And then finally,
Now
after
you got
I
it.
graduated
And you made it
college,
happen.
I was like, I gotta get this.
Seems like the plan is
Because that's where people are getting money.
Yeah.
People are getting money.
And you made it happen.
But you enjoy it.
That's the most
There's
important
so
thing.
much money to make on the internet. And you can do what you love.
Yeah,
Fire.
exactly. I was saying you
Just takes
pretty
work.
sure you enjoy what you do.
Purple, what's up with you? Passion, dream job.
Dream job. I mean, anybody that knows me knows I'm one of the most indecisive humans on the earth, possibly in the galaxy, Milky Way galaxy.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
So I mean, I don't know, but one thing I feel like just keeps coming back in my mind because there's something I do think about a lot. But I just feel like me and the game of baseball have unfinished business.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
In what way?
Really. No. Well, just man, baseball. Like I love it and I hate it.
Do you want to play like?
No. Well, I had a dream of playing baseball professionally. A lot of regret there. A lot of stuff in my past. You know what I'm saying? But I still love the game. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot about it that I love professionally and just the game itself. I would love to coach, shit like that. But also, I fucking love the Yankees. And
Yankees.
It's always been a dream of mine to, like, one of the crazy dream I always had was being general manager of the New York Yankees.
Ooh, Brian Cashman, he's coming.
But one real life goal I have is to work with I want to be on the front office for the New York Yankees.
FO.
But if it's not the Yankees, just New York, in the front office for a Major League Baseball organization.
Yeah, a professional club.
Front team, running shit, running trade, just being involved on a daily basis I want to be part of building a championship organization.
Right.
Just because my college baseball experience was not what I wanted. My baseball experience, my life and baseball experience was not what I wanted. And I know what I want to get out of it. And I'm going to help people get what they can get out of it. And also, I just feel like life and baseball are just so similar. I've learned so many things through baseball that have helped me in life. I learned things in life that were helping me in baseball. So I want to bring that out to people, make people realize that. And also just, maybe I didn't get what I wanted through my own baseball experiences, but maybe building that championship team, I might, you know what I'm saying? I might be able to complete that goal that I wanted, but
I hear you.
Yeah.
Nah, you definitely.
I love baseball, my nigga. So something with baseball. I'm a die. I say when I die, bury me in my Yankee jersey, my nigga.
Nah, I think I might have to second.
You feel
that, to
me?
be honest.
So
All my
with a
Yankee
baseball in
fans.
my hand, I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna get the Yankee logo tatted right there. So in the casket like this with a baseball in my hand.
I'm gonna get the New York Yankee right behind my right ear on some
Yeah.
Boricua shit.
But yeah, man.
Please do
But
Nah,
what
that's
about
okay.
what you Jackson?
I mean, my dream job is definitely to be on television in some sort of way. Definitely want to report. I feel like I got a pretty decent voice for that. I feel like I have a nice presence in front of the camera. What happened?
It's all right.
And yeah, I really want to be a news reporter, but I feel like I'm gonna gear more toward the entertainment because every day I'm in the shop talking about some bullshit with music or talking about a show. So I feel like that's really where I belong in the sense of reporting. But if that don't work out, man, I definitely want to be a professional hairstylist. Like, because these hairstylists, let me tell y'all, man, people sleep on barbers, but I'm not a barber, I'm a hairstylist. But don't sleep on barbers either. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are traveling, getting paid $7,000 just to say, hello, my name is Chec. I work at Level Up Grooming Studio. I'm going to show you a haircut, and I'm going to walk out of this bitch. I'm here there for an hour and a half with 7 bands in my pocket.
Yeah.
So for those motherfuckers, man, I kind of get emotional about this because I hate that people be trying to play us. You feel me? They come in there, I tell these niggas it's $30 for a cut, and they look at me like I got 3 heads. It's $30 and it's only going up from there.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit in my chair.
Just to piggyback on that, also too, I had the pleasure of meeting you when you were first learning like cutting hair. You already cut hair when I met you, but you were still in the beginning stages. Mars, literally, when he decided to start cutting hair, I was one of the first people he was cutting. And literally, were you cutting my hair for what, $10 for a haircut, $5 for a shape up when you started? Yeah. Miguel was probably cutting me for fucking free because he was literally cutting me every time in the beginning. But seeing you guys, the progression that you guys have made, me having that perspective of knowing you guys when you couldn't cut and now you're cutting well, I completely get the pricing shit. Because I used to be like that. I used to be like, yo, what the fuck? This is crazy for a haircut. Yeah. But seeing what the fuck you guys have turned yourselves into, I'm like, yo, Mars is what, almost 50 for a cut?
Mars
gladly pay it. You're 30 for a cut. Gladly pay it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I've seen that progression. Now I appreciate hairstyling, barbers, like shit like that. Those skills so much more because of you guys.
It's something that has to. Has to grow on you with the appreciation.
It's like art. It's like literal art too, with paintings and shit like that.
There is a marketing world when it comes to that.
Oh yeah,
and the whole industry is.
Now hold on,
but there's real worth there in that skill.
We're like, we got a little bit of time left, so I'm just gonna end with this. Dream job, definitely be in front of the camera. If not professional hairstylist, man, give your fucking hairstylist respect, man, because we fucking deserve it. That's all I gotta say. Alec, my man's dream job.
Well, I don't respect my hairstylist.
You don't have one.
You don't respect your head.
Anyway. Yeah. So I mean, if you guys don't already know, I'm like really into my sciences. I'm going for my PhD right now in biochemistry. Yeah, I switched from pharmacology to biochemistry.
Oh, you bitch ass nigga.
I needed them street pharmaceuticals, man.
So I mean, I'm still doing the same work. Anyway, so I really want to get my doctorate in biochemistry, working on enzyme biology, and I'm really, just excited to go through with this career path. Hopefully, getting into the pharmaceutical industry and actually getting to the, working in the early stages of drug development. So actually figuring out where the drugs are going to be working in the body, finding those targets, and executing the job that needs to be done to make you better. So that's really where I want to make my mark in this world. And Yeah, I'm doing it. Let's do it.
Okay.
How you feeling,
Good
Kevin?
luck to you, my brother.
What do you
That's pretty interesting. No, I kind of don't have a dream job per se.
Where do you see yourself going?
I'm not even too sure, honestly. Because I just have things that I have things that I want to do.
Yeah.
Like I want to compete in the U.S. Open for weightlifting.
Nice.
So I want to see how far I
Little
can go with
bucket
that.
list shit going on.
Yeah, I'm more of a bucket list person.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like I define my life by achievements and things that I want to do.
Yeah. That's a way to live, different
yeah.
than having a one particular goal.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
a perfectly valid way of living.
I got a lot of things that I'm interested in doing.
Yeah.
But that might help you realize what your one
Yeah.
main
Maybe
thing
just
or
haven't
what
figured it
purpose
out.
Yeah,
or
no,
that.
I haven't. Really
that is a
figured it out.
purpose
Just
right there,
Because
though.
I have so many things that I just want to do first. You know, I just want to dip my feet in a bunch of things, and then if I like it, I like it. If not, I don't. But at the top of the list is definitely competing in the U.S. Open for sure.
That's awesome.
83 kilo class.
You have been doing great, man. I've been following his progress. Actually, I got Kenneth in the gym. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Something like that.
He wasn't with nothing, not fakely, something like that. But he wasn't working out, man, and I pushed him. I'm like, yo, bro, we gotta get this money, bro. We really do. And this was actually the year after us three would go in every fucking day at MSV.
Yeah.
You remember, yo, well, we had a fucking schedule. We'll go lift, we'll run on the treadmill for about a mile, do some mild lifting, and then go fucking have a salad. I'm not gonna front though, niggas. I lost weight, bro. We really used to do that. That was the old gym at MSV. That's how old that shit is.
That's how you know we
you're
knew
so
nothing. We were eating salads after workouts.
Bro, literally.
But you put me onto the dried cranberries.
Right.
Yes.
Son,
Facts.
fire. There's a Greek spot by me. I'll be making the bowl with grilled chicken, rice on. I throw the dried cranberries in there. Forget about it.
For real.
If you haven't had it, do it. Mix it into your salad, your rice,
It's
your
fire.
yicken, your steak.
It really is. It really is.
You're fucking everything, man.
But guys, this is the end of this week's episode. It was a pleasure having Vanessa Calle, also known as NessaCXBeauty, on. Nessa, do you want to just give out your handle and stuff for YouTube for the followers to give you a follow?
NessaCXBeauty, NessaCXBeauty. That is
Okay.
it.
Is that the same thing as the YouTube?
It's the same YouTube, same on Instagram, same on Twitter, but I don't use Twitter, so don't follow me there. But it's just there just in case anybody tries to steal it one day.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's a
about it.
good idea. That's a very good idea. That's smart.
Word. Well,
Nice.
there you have it, guys. NessaCXBeauty, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. You guys already know. Follow the checkbox on all platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and of course SoundCloud. TheCHECBOX. Okay, you can find your Instagram's the same. Like your personal.
Yeah.
Do you have a business as well, or is just one
No, I
Instagram for
turned my
both?
personal into my beauty one because
Okay.
I have more followers there.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, there you have it. That's where you can follow Vanessa. You already know my guy Kenneth at _ in every color. My brother Alec here at Alec with a K _ Sergio. And none other than my guy HP at HPenna730. And you can follow your boy at CHEC _7. Alrighty, guys, that was this week's episode. And we're going to have Chiodos. Is that how you say it? Take us out. All right, we're gonna have Chiodos take us out with no hardcore dancing in the living room. Some nice rock here, suggested by Alec. He's excited for you guys to hear it. And guys, stay tuned. We're gonna give some details on the giveaway right now. Holla. What's going on, everybody? Chec here, and I'm sitting next to NessaCXBeauty to tell you guys about our first ever giveaway and our first ever partnership between the Checkbox and NessaCXBeauty.
All right, so 2 lucky contestants are going to win either a self-care / grooming kit or the James Charles x Morphe palette.
Awesome. And here's how easy it is to participate. You will follow us on Instagram at the Checkbox Checkout Story, where you'll see a post. All you need to do is repost that on your story with the hashtag TCBXNB giveaway. That easy, guys.
For a bonus entry, y'all can head down to the description and subscribe to both of our channels, and then DM us a screenshot for proof that you're following us, and you will have your name 2 times in the giveaway.
Awesome. If I was you, I would definitely go to YouTube and do that. And the winners will be announced in 2 weeks via an IGTV post. And just slide on our DMs for the confirmation and whatnot. And move from there. All right, guys? Awesome. See you then. Good luck.
Big eyes.